All right, guys, welcome back to Curtain Call. I'm your co-host, Eleanor Brown.
Oh, and I'm your host, Phoenix Rodriguez.
And we have a very special guest today with...
Duckie Frederickson.
Yay, yay! Yippee! Our first actor on the podcast. So
Took you long enough.
Okay.
Only like
Not
5
too much.
episodes.
Yeah. We've had one other guest, and it was Bailey. And she just appeared. So. Well, so this is Curtain Call. This is our podcast for theater. It's sponsored by, the school. So, it's school-friendly.
Yeah.
Heard.
Yes, exactly. So, our topic for today is UIL, because we don't really know much about UIL. We actually have somebody on UIL cast.
Hello.
Period. So tell us about it. What's been going on? What's the premise? What's what?
So we are currently doing Mother of the Maid. It is by Jane Anderson. It's about Joan of Arc's mom, Isabel Arc, and I am playing Isabel.
Period.
Just 2 days ago, we made it to state for the first time in several decades for our school.
I know. What is it? Wait, how many decades? Because it was 35 since we made it to area.
At least since the 90s.
Since the 90s?
At least since the 90s.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's a long time.
Oof.
Hey, good job, Taylor!
All of our millennial listeners are very mad right now that you said
Right. They're reliving their trauma. So, what's the process like of UIO? Like, what happens during UIO?
Some would say harrowing. I might
Right.
agree.
Right.
UIL is quite difficult. It's definitely a different level. It's difficult to be away from, your friends or your partner who may not be in the cast or crew. But once it starts rewarding you, it is so rewarding.
It looks really fun.
Yes.
Yeah, it looks really fun.
It's like, you will cry over the show. It's blood, sweat, and tears. There is Vivian's blood on our platforms.
Right, literally.
There's
Actually?
Vivian's tears,
Yeah,
sweat.
have you seen the bruises on her knees
Yes.
when she falls?
Yes.
No.
They're crazy.
Literal blood, sweat, and tears. But it's, there's not an experience that you get where you learn more.
Really? I remember I saw it the first time I performed it. It was so good. I almost cried. Like once I got to that-
Almost. I'm not doing my job.
Yeah, I was close. Okay. I had the brewing. I was like, no, I can't. It was really good. Y'all
Thank
ate
you.
that. I haven't seen anything since the first time you performed, so I don't know what it looks like now.
Yes. Well, if you want to come see us, this is not coming out before May 21st.
Maybe.
May
Might be.
21st at the Austin ISD PAC.
Yes,
Taylor High School Mother of the Maid.
Who else advanced?
Yeah.
So we had Dawson High School advance with their show Wit, which is about a girl undergoing cancer.
Oh.
And that's a really interesting show because it's not much of an ensemble show. It's almost this big, long monologue, which I think is very cool, but I think one of our show's really strong points is that it is so much like ensemble. Yes, it's about one person, but it's about how all the people in her life affect her.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love seeing all the different characters that came on, like David's character,
Yes.
and Isaac's character, and all how they helped get Isabel and Joan to that point,
Yes.
in their lives. And I was like, oh, that's such a cool way to put it, which I thought was really cool. And then what else? Sorry, my throat is kind of.
Don't worry, Mama.
So, what's it like being in the UIL cast? Is it very connected? Is it very
Or do y'all just some people keep to themselves, or is it very
close knit?
yeah.
It tends to go back and forth.
Right.
At the beginning of the process, we were having some trouble. It was like we had just gotten back to school, and I was really struggling with college auditions and everything. So it was quite tense at the beginning of the process, and it's funny to look at now, but back then, genuinely, our director was like, you have a 30% chance of making it out of the first round.
Yeah.
And now, just, the fact that we're going to state after that, shows you how coming together as a group is so important, and learning how to do that and stay as a group and, like, resolve conflict.
Right.
Or, like, it's just, I think that is one of the most important parts of UIL, because that is such an important thing for teenagers to be able to learn how to do.
Yeah, like cooperation is huge, especially in theater.
Especially in theater, it's a
you're working
collaborative
with
art.
so many people.
Yes.
Like tech, actors. Like,
Yes.
it's all basically one giant train with so many different compartments. Like,
And it's like, you really do realize in UIL, if one person is not there, because we tend to have smaller casts, if one person is not there,
the
like,
whole rehearsal.
the whole thing is messed up. Obviously, we can't rehearse if I'm not there, but, like, it's
right as the main character.
It's like, even if somebody who has 45 seconds of stage time isn't there, like, we can't do that scene.
Yeah.
Because there's no point.
It's such an integral, like, part of the show.
Yes. And you learn, like, how to balance, like, being so focused and, like, so locked in with learning how to rest your mind and your body.
Right.
That's really been a big thing for me this year, because last year I did UIL and I got so burned out. But learning how to rest my mind and my body has been a huge, like, probably the biggest thing I've learned this year with UIL.
I mean, especially as a senior.
Yes.
Because you're going into college.
Yes.
Isn't
Go
there, like,
Milliken, I'm wearing
many
my shirt right now.
Okay,
Okay.
period. Isn't there many seniors in UIL, or is it only
there's
a
freshmen,
few?
too.
Yes, yeah, we have all kinds. We only had one freshman last year, and that was Vivian.
Yeah.
And then now we have 2 freshmen in the cast, and we have 2 freshmen as alternates.
That's Ariana.
Ariana and Ethan are in the cast,
Yeah,
and Rebecca and Tim
Yeah, Rebecca and Tim.
are alternates, and they're doing so wonderfully. Each of the alternates has their own specific niche job that they have to do.
Yeah.
And, like, it's just, they're so good at it. I love them all. I'm so proud of everybody.
Which is good, I mean, especially, like, getting that experience as a freshman.
Yeah, because it prepares them for, like, if they do want to do UIL in future stores, or if they
Yeah.
don't want to do UIL.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, because
they give you
UIL
a
is
feel
not
of
It's very
everything.
important to
Yes,
the...
UIL is not for everybody, and I feel like pretending like it is a disservice.
Yeah, because, I mean, there are definitely people who are like, no, I can't take that heat right now.
Yeah.
And that's totally, like, fine. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Because
The
there's always
children's show
other
is-
years you can do.
yes,
Yeah,
there's always
and,
other
like,
years.
Children's show.
The children's show is so fun and so
We
important.
do, like, 6 shows per year, 7
yes,
shows.
and that's exhausting. So if you're like, I don't have energy for this,
Just do the children's show.
Yeah.
The children's show is fun.
like,
It's rewarding.
so much
fun.
It's very rewarding.
I-
I love doing Matilda.
I can tell y'all a secret. After Hamlet, I was really burnt out, and I was like, oh, I don't know if I want to do UIL again. And I told the directors, I was like, well, I don't think I want to do UIL, actually. I think I want to direct the Matilda, the children's show. And they were like, Duckie, you should really do UIL.
Hey, you're one of those. We kind of need you.
One of those.
You said that. You said that. We can bleep that out. But, like, talking about being a senior in theater, what's that like? Is it daunting? Is it...
I think it goes back and forth because, like, yes, I'm now an adult, which is bizarre, but it's like,
You don't
Feel
feel
like
like
an
I
an
don't
adult.
feel like an adult, and
I
I'm
mean,
still,
yeah, that's
I'm still
wise.
like goofy with everybody.
Of course.
And it's like, yes, I am a role model, and I'm gonna be there for my babies, but Phoenix just fell and died. Yes, I'm gonna be there for my babies, but it's also like, I need that silly time. So
Yeah, because it's like lock in for college, and then it's like, oh, what happens after?
yeah. And now that I'm like decided, finally, it's like
Where are you going?
Milliken University in Decatur, Illinois.
Yes.
They have such a good musical theater program. I'm excited.
Excited for you. Sounds so fun. You want to do Thank You 5?
Yeah.
Okay. So, this is our segment, Thank You 5. Yeah, you do the timer. It's, 5 minutes of rapid fire questions. You try to get through as many as possible. But if you want to explain more on a certain question, go for it. It's all about you.
Yes.
All right, you ready?
Okay.
I'm a speed run. Okay.
Okay. What first got you interested in acting?
First got me interested in acting. When I was little, I went to go see The Little Mermaid with my grandma, and
Full
that's
circle.
huge full circle. Actually, let me explain how it's so full circle. Saw Little Mermaid, first live show. Did Little Mermaid senior musical. going to Millikan, which has Jodie Benson and Sierra Bodges as a famous alumni. Sierra Bodges, original Broadway Ariel. Jodie Benson, original voice actor for Ariel. Fullest circle.
That's the craziest circle. That's circumference right there. Oh, first role you've played so far. Or favorite role.
Favorite role. I mean, obviously Isabel is very special to me, but I would say my favorite was Lady Macbeth. I loved her. She was the one that really was like
doing Macbeth.
Yes,
that's my favorite.
It was
show we've done so far.
It was so good. It was like that was what really was like launched me into like, oh, I'm doing this forever.
Yeah. You were really good at that. I was watching you like my freshman year. I was like, oh my gosh, Duckie is so cool.
It was almost a love affair. I would spend more time with her than I would anyone else. Just in my script.
Right. What is a typical rehearsal like for you? What's your process?
My process is sleep during the school day and go to rehearsal and like run around to try and wake myself up. And then I like try and stay focused and remember that nothing is personal. And try not to flop.
Hey, everyone has bad days.
Everybody does have bad days. I can confirm.
No, especially in theater. Oh, Lord. Have you ever had a stage mishap or a funny moment during performance?
Yes, actually, during Hamlet, we had this, like, low-lying dry ice fog, and Miss B was like, be careful, it makes the stage slippery. And actually, during contest, I believe it was either district or by district, I slipped really bad and like fell on my butt and
ouchie.
But we had this thing where it was like there was like a sound effect that was like and we turned our heads to look at the audience. So I fell, the sound effect went and I like hit like a supermodel pose and turned my head with the sound effect. And people were asking me like, "Did you do that on purpose?" I was like, "Girl, what do you mean?"
It's improv.
I fell and like kicked a set piece out of the way. Like, what do you mean?
Of course it was on purpose.
Of course, absolutely.
Definitely, but
you know it.
We've already covered this, but do you plan to continue acting after high school?
Yes, I'm going to college for musical theater, hoping to become a professional actor.
Clock it.
I also love like doing tech and stuff. I'd be interested in doing like high school directing, but yes,
like
theater. Like yes, like Sophie.
I saw her post.
I think
was
you'd be
like,
such a good high school director.
Yeah. Favorite line you've ever delivered?
Favorite line I've ever delivered?
You gotta think on that.
I mean, there's the Lady Macbeth monologue where she's just like, there's that one, but I really like the one where she's just like calling him. It's like, what beast was it then that made you break this enterprise to me? When you durst do it, then you were a man. Like that whole monologue. Well, that was one of my college audition monologues. Is my classic one.
Okay, comedy or drama?
Dramedy.
Dramedy. Ooh,
That's
cute.
Mother of the Maid, and I've discovered my love of dramedy.
That's cute.
Through this show.
Okay, monologue or ensemble scene?
Ensemble scene. Monologues, it's so much more challenging. And like, I've never really liked monologues. I have quite a few of them in, Mother of the Maid. But if I'm monologuing to a person, it's better, but I'm monologuing to the audience, which is a lot more challenging, because they're not giving me anything back.
Do you prefer opening night or closing night?
Opening night? Who prefers closing night? People who don't like theater.
Right. This is on time to go home. Actually, my favorite part of the process is strike.
Yeah, strike.
I love strike.
Nothing better than pulling nails out of the ground.
Yes! Stage fright, yes or no?
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
I haven't had it in a long time.
Did you used to have really bad stage fright?
I wouldn't say really bad. I would get quite nervous. Especially when I was a kid, because kids' theater's not as good. I was like really wanted to do good, so I would get nervous. I do have a nervous response that I still get sometimes. I don't get it anymore so much, but I was getting it earlier during UIL, which is I get gassy, which is embarrassing, but it's true.
You just hear one of the dramatic scenes.
Hard truth. Not on stage, but like backstage, and everyone's like, "Oh, Duckie's nervous."
Duckie's nervous. Oh God. Okay,
keeping it real on the podcast,
right? Hey, these are the real truths, guys. Memorizing lines, easy or hard?
Gotten easier. It's a muscle. It's really a muscle. When I figured out the most efficient way to do it with Lady Macbeth. It's with my dad. My dad helps me.
All right, that was Thank You 5. It's pretty fun. We did it with Bailey, and she liked it. We did a lot of.
She's very frenetic, so I bet she.
Oh
liked
yeah,
it.
she's energizing in a nice way. Love you, Bailey.
Love you, Bailey.
Love you, Bailey. All right. So let's talk about what you've done in the past, since we've been talking about what you've been doing in the present. What have you done so far in high school theater? What have been your ups and downs?
First down ever in high school theater was that I didn't get into varsity. That sucked. Because I thought
you were
no, not freshman year. No.
Whoa.
I was a Kate Bolin type where I showed up sophomore year. Well, I didn't get into varsity, and then we did auditions for Seussical, which, by the way, snotty little freshman me, we're doing Seussical. I came to high school to do grown-up plays. And then, of course, Seussical ended up being wonderful, as everybody who has ever done Seussical knows it is.
I saw it. I thought it was awesome. I was watching the crew the whole time.
I was a sour kangaroo, and I was so nervous, and but it was just like, I did the fall play, and I did the musical, which was all I was allowed to do as a non-varsity person.
And then she was like, we need this girl in here now!
She was not. I auditioned, and they considered me, and then I almost didn't get in. Because two technicians who I will not name, they have since graduated, were like, oh, she's so rude to the crew, which is true, because I was a freshman, and I knew nothing about theater etiquette, which is why I'm so, like...
Did you do theater in middle school?
Yeah, but it was like...
It's
middle schoolers don't know anything about theater etiquette, too.
Right, that's true, I guess.
So it was like, I didn't know stuff about theater etiquette, and I was like, freaking out during all of my quick changes, which every technician hates. Right. So, especially because, like, I had, like, 5 minutes. Like, girl, relax.
I thought voices just changed.
I know, so they were like, oh, don't let her in varsity because she, like, is so rude to everybody. But it was just because I genuinely didn't know.
Yeah.
And, like, I see that all the time where it's just like, oh, this actor's so rude to me. And I was like, well, have you talked to them? Because they probably don't know they're doing it. Yeah. So if you're a technician out there and you have beef with an actor, go talk to them because maybe they just don't know they're doing it.
Right.
Yeah, or if you're a technician and you're just rude to an actor too.
I guess talk to them.
Yeah, just talk to them.
Just talk to them.
Conversation is key.
Well, you don't want that beef.
Exactly.
Beef in high school, especially in high school theater.
It's like the worst possible place.
It definitely gets around.
And you'll get a reputation for being somebody
Yeah.
who always, like, is fighting.
Anyways.
So, yeah, I almost didn't get in. But then Mr. Hughes was like, well, maybe she'll learn. So I got in.
And then she learned.
And then I had a kind of a rocky sophomore year. And then I had an amazing junior year. Of course. And then I had, like, a pretty easy senior year until, like, now. It's, like, one of the hardest things I've ever done.
State. So... just a little bit of pressure, you know what I'm saying?
It's just, like, easy, fun roles this year. Umbridge, Madam Hooch, Ursula.
Was so good.
Ursula was a cakewalk for me.
Ursula was so good.
My God.
I love that we rented costumes. I'm so glad we kind of didn't make a lot of them, because, I mean...
our budget was depleted from Harry Potter.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Harry Potter...
Depleted. We spent $40,000.
We did?
I think we're pretty sure that was the number. 40,000.
Yeah, they said at the meeting, and we spent like $45,000 for...
Actually, no, that kind of makes sense.
Yeah, girl, did you see that show?
Yeah, no, I worked that show.
A lot. It was a lot.
A lot. I thought Umbridge was... my favorite part of that whole show was Death Eater Dance.
Yes.
I loved Death Eater Even though I only got to see it, like, full on during rehearsals before it was completed.
Very fun.
Loved it. I loved watching from the fly.
I loved standing behind the pylon and waiting to do my, Mugler walk on.
And then the banner comes down, and that's intermission.
Boom! Yeah, no. Absolutely iconic.
No, I loved Harry Potter. I thought it was such a fun show to do.
Mm-hmm.
But what about sophomore year? What was your shows during sophomore year?
Sophomore year? So we did, let's see, what was the play?
Was it Addams Family?
No, that was the year actually before I came. So
I remember Roxy.
Our musical was Aida.
Yes, I saw Aida.
And then our play was Crucible. And
I also saw that.
I went from freshman year where I was like, I got a role in Three Musketeers. I got like a speaking role in Three Musketeers, which was my freshman fall play. And then I got Sour Kangaroo in Seussical. And then I got into varsity. So I was like, oh, I'm top of the world. I'm going to get awesome roles this year.
She's locked in.
Yeah.
I did not, in fact, get awesome roles. I got Martha Corey last minute in Crucible. I was just ensemble. And then Mr. Hughes was like, oh, we forgot to assign a character. Ducky, do you want it?
Oh.
And I was like, yeah, sure, I'll take it.
I feel happy because I have a role, but then if I really
like,
think about it, I'm the second choice. That was the last.
Not even the second choice, the only choice. They forgot to assign a character.
Yeah. They forgot about poor old Martha Corey. And then in Aida, I was like a minister, and I was the only female minister because I had like short hair. But I was like not a good dancer, and there was
she'll pass.
there was like
Okay.
weird acro in that song I was not prepared for, but I still had fun with that show. That's, David Stafford, my love.
Love him. He's so cool.
And so that was Aida, and I didn't get like great roles, and then also we were gonna do Clue, and then it got canceled because Mr. Hughes was leaving.
I wanted to see Clue so bad.
Sophomore year was rough for me. I didn't get into UIL, like it was just I didn't get good stuff.
What was the UIL show that year?
Strange Bedfellows was a comedy.
Oh yeah.
They went to Area. But it was just kind of a rough year for me, but I needed it because I like had this big head from freshman year. So I needed my rough sophomore year to come in for junior year and just like crush.
Yeah.
It was like
Yeah.
it was
Last
like
year was really good.
I was so on fire, it was crazy. And then like I was like, ooh, but I was burnt out by the end of the year. So then it was good to have like a nice senior, like chill senior year. I think I had the ideal
chill from like
career.
Like August to September, then crazy from like October to November.
Yes.
And then chill again until like now. Cause
it wasn't even, Harry Potter was not crazy for me. I was Madame
really
Hooch
crazy.
2 times on stage, and then I had
mainly
like an hour and a half to do my makeup for Umbridge. Like that was the most chill time.
Yeah, I think Harry Potter's just like more crazy for like tech.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, it was
tech
wild.
It was such a tech. We had so many like you. I think we had like over like.
I think probably
Mama, they
400,
could have
500.
utilized me for more set changes, but I just chilled.
I liked how they put technicians in actor costumes, like a
Yeah, like
right.
Boy, that
Terrence!
was so funny.
Oh!
Terrence and
Oh my god, I come up to him like during the show when I just like come out. Oh my god, it was so hot back there.
it was so hot.
And I'd ask him like, "Hey, how are you doing?" He's like, "I'm sweating so much because their
Welcome
costumes
to it.
are so
Felt.
heavy."
Yeah,
It was
Mama.
Literally.
Have you
so
seen my
many long
costume from Mother of the
sleeves.
Maid? It's just wool.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Just straight up
and I know
wool.
and the lights are so
And a
hot.
wig.
Lights are so hot.
Yeah. Wool and a wig.
Exactly. Do you have anything else, Phoenix? Hey, and that's a famous Ducky burp.
That's right. You can take that one to the bank.
Yes, and we'll cash it. Alrighty, this has been Curtain Call.
concludes
Shout
our
out
episode
Mr. Simpson,
Homegirl Unk Simpson.
Homegirl Unk Simpson. Shout out Dr. Stone. Shout out Mrs. Blumber and Mrs. Collins.
Yes, icons.
Shout out Ducky Frederickson.
Shout out Ducky Frederickson for being our first
episode
actor on the pod.
Happy to be there. Happy to be here.
Happy to be here.
We now have an
Happy to have you.
Instagram.
We do have an
We
Instagram.
made an Instagram this
It's
weekend.
Curtain Call _Taylor.
We also have an Instagram. It's at Mustang Theater on Instagram, and on TikTok at Mustang _theater.
And we have Twitter too, I think, but
Nobody uses the Twitter, but we also have a Facebook, but it's linked to the Instagram, so just follow the Instagram.
Yeah, exactly. We post lots of updates there, and we'll be posting when we're gonna. Oh, and our YouTube. What's YouTube called?
I don't know.
Oh, it's probably
No, it should just be like
THS
like
Curtain Call.
Yeah, Curtain Call podcast.
We're gonna start posting those links on Instagram. But thank you so much, Ducky, for being on the podcast. We'll hope to talk to you again, maybe.
I'm actually getting my lips sewn shut after this. So.
If we invite you back, of course.
Yeah.
Right.
If we want
right.
you back.
If we want you back. We'll see. Anyways, this has been Curtain Call. I've been Eleanor Brown.
I'm Phoenix Rodriguez.
Thank you all so much for watching. Hope you listen again. Bye!